Okay, I get it. President Trump is the type of personality you will either really like or you won't like him at all. But if you can put personality and politics aside for one moment, you have to give him credit when he does what is right. The First Step Act is a case in point. Without going into great detail, for those who don't know, this is an act the President signed off in 2018 to essentially change the federal criminal justice system and help reduce the federal prison population based on what is right and fair. That is, people who were serving time in federal prisons that far outweighed the severity of their crimes had the opportunity to have their prison terms shortened or they have been released. Have a look at the following clip, which is dated Feb 3, 2020. It is sourced from the YouTube channel, The Trump War Room.
Look, a lot of candidates running for office and a lot of politicians talk about doing something about criminal justice reform, but really it took President Donald Trump to do something about it. And Alice Johnson's story is one that's very moving, but sadly is replicated across this country. The president heard about Alice Johnson's story and he commuted her sentence. She was serving a life sentence for a nonviolent drug offense, had served 21 years of that sentence, and the president commuted her sentence. But it also speaks to his larger dedication to criminal justice reform. The First Step Act is giving second chances to thousands of people across this country who are incarcerated, giving them a second chance at life, giving them the job training, the drug treatment programs, keeping them in prison closer to home before early release for those who have earned it. And so it's really it shows that the president is dedicated to giving people a second chance of being productive citizens in our society.
You know, not
Obviously, this clip is very biased, but it sums up what is good about the First Step Act. But I want to make a couple of points. Like many big picture or ideas people, Donald Trump works and delivers the idea and then hands over to others to deliver and implement. But in these situations, the so-called big picture person has to be careful that their original intent is being properly implemented. And this requires follow-up and monitoring by this person. In this situation, I understand a few challenges have emerged regarding the First Step Act. For example, the Justice Department does not seem to be totally in support of the program. And secondly, to really be successful, this program needs someone like Donald Trump to give the idea traction at the state level, under whose jurisdiction most prisoners are held in the United States. In addition, I understand that Donald Trump has been personally involved reducing sentences or actually releasing some people. But it seems the numbers are relatively low and selective. He needs to do more in this space. In summary, let's all give President Trump credit when he does what is right. But he needs to know that his personal influence and further action on his part is still required to really make the First Step Act a roaring success. So, this is my view. Correct me if I am wrong.